University of Missouri Healthcare knows you've got better places to be than in a hospital. That's where our world-class technology and highly skilled medical team come in. We get you home sooner. That's important to you and those who wait for you.
Rufus, guess who's home?
But I'll try to remember that.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Thursday. It's July the 28th, and I've got two of our friends here, Connie Shay and Michael Flynn. Let's start first of all with Connie Shay with the Peacemaker's Quilt Show. Good to have you here,
Nice
Connie.
to be here, Paul. Thank
And this
you.
really is a big event, isn't it?
It is a big event. We get over 100 quilts, and we display them in the Lynn Memorial Methodist Church. And in Fayette. And it's a big church, so almost like a mini cathedral with beautiful stained windows.
I like the way you say that. It's a mini cathedral.
A mini cathedral, and when we display the quilts over the pews, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Now, you brought a quilt along here. If you'd like to see this quilt, go to kbia.org and then click on Radio Friends and the vodcast, and you can see. This is beautiful.
This was designed and pieced by one of our members, Linda Lemke's, and
Okay.
we will be selling chances on it to raffle it off.
Okay.
And it is the courthouse in Fayette.
Yeah, that's nice. This would be a beautiful wall hanging or
Yes.
lap quilt.
Yes.
Or lap quilt.
Yes.
And who did this?
Linda Lemke.
Linda Lemke.
A very talented lady.
Okay, Linda Lemke, if you're listening this morning, this is beautiful. And go to kbia.org and look at it on the internet, the podcast.
Yes. And the show will be from 9 to 4. And we ask everybody to come. We do charge $5 admission, but all proceeds, every bit of it, goes to the local food pantry.
Yeah, and I mean, that's something that you've
Yes.
raised a lot of money for. hasn't
Yes,
it?
we have raised a lot of money for it, but I work there every distribution, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger every time.
Yeah.
So it's a very worthwhile cause, and it's a lovely thing to do, and it's a lot of fun. And when you get through looking at the quilts, you can go downtown and go to the Festival of the Arts, and there's all kinds of activities down there.
Oh, so this is going on the same weekend of the
Same
Festival
weekend
of
as the
the Arts.
Festival of the Arts, right.
Okay,
Right.
but you want people to come to the
All
quilt
come
show.
to
There
the
will
quilt
be
show.
over 100 quilts
Over
on
100
display.
Yes.
And
From antique to some we finished the night before.
will any of these quilts be
For sale?
for sale?
Probably not. This one, there will be a couple you can buy chances on for $1, so you might get a beautiful quilt for $1. That's a pretty good bargain.
Yeah.
But none that are actually the whole quilt for sale, no.
Okay.
They're just display mostly.
So somebody comes up and says, I just got to have this quilt.
Well, I don't know if they make the right price, you know. You never know.
You know, I bargain for
Yeah,
everything.
They say there's a certain price for everything.
Yeah,
So
but go ahead and give the date and time once again, Connie.
August the 6th on a Saturday from 9 to 4 at the Lynn Memorial Methodist Church in Fayette, and it's on Church Street, just a couple of blocks up from the square.
From Courthouse Square.
From the courthouse square. And
Okay.
it will have signs out. It'll be easy to see us.
Okay, Connie. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you,
And
Paul.
the Festival of the Arts is going on that same weekend.
Same time, yes.
Okay. Connie Shay, good to have you here.
Thank
the
you.
Peacemaker's Quilt Show. Now, I turn to Michael Flynn, and welcome to Radio Friends. Michael,
Great to be here.
You're here with the Vision Intervention Program, talking about vision skills for young people. What is that?
That's right. Well, it came to our attention several years ago that, first of all, vision is a learned skill. Most of us think that we're born with good vision or bad vision, and that's not the case.
Vision is a learned skill?
Vision is a learned skill.
You're telling me that we have to teach ourselves to use our eyes and to be able to see?
We have to teach ourselves to understand and use all that input that comes into our eyes.
Give me an example.
Well, for example, visual perception skills. We've heard kids talk about that mentioned a lot. You know that children don't have adequate vision perception skills. They can't tell a P from a D, or they can't understand what they see when they look at a map, because they have to. They're seeing it clearly. It's not that their acuity is an issue. It's just that they're not understanding, or they're not able to process what's coming in. Vision is a very, very complex set of things that have to happen.
But wouldn't that fall under reading skills when you're looking at a map, not being able to process it?
Well, it falls under the issue of understanding what is coming into your eyes. Again, you have eyesight, which is, can your eyes see something clearly? And that's what a lot of us look at as far as vision. But vision is that whole process of being able to take something in, understand it, and then being able to do something with it.
To process it, run it through the computer bank in your mind and understand what it is and how it's going to affect you.
Exactly. But it is interesting that the functional vision issues that some children have, and we're mainly talking about children kindergarten through 3rd or 4th grade, but their eyes don't track well. They don't go all the way across the page. When they look from the book up to the board and back, their eyes will go all over the place. They have to learn to control those muscles and make those eyes do what they want. And also working as a team, that the eyes need to work as a team.
So how do you do that? How do you teach a young child in kindergarten to make the transition from the book to the blackboard?
Well, the biggest thing, and of course the Vision Intervention Program, we train school personnel to screen children. First of all, do they have an issue? Do they have difficulties?
Not everybody has an issue.
Absolutely not. Approximately 30 to 35% of our K through 3 children, though, do have issues, and that translates to about 13,000 in the 7 counties around Columbia here. So it is a big issue. So first of all, we have to screen and identify them. And then number 2, we train the school personnel to tutor them with very specific activities so that they can develop the whole range of eye movements and eye activities that they need to be able to function successfully.
As an example, you said that some young people have a problem going from the book, a written page, looking up to the blackboard. And their eyes are going all over. How do you correct that?
Well, we practice. We have activities in which they'll look from something here to up and back and forth and back and forth, and we're talking to them, encouraging them, and we use a metronome sometimes to make sure they're doing it quickly and efficiently.
Wow, I didn't realize it was so complicated.
Vision is a very complicated task.
We're almost out of time, but you told me you also can improve your vision. How do you improve your vision?
Well, vision is not a static situation for even adults. And again, as I mentioned before we went on the air, it depends on what your issue is. But first of all, one thing I want to encourage all parents, the biggest issue for children and their vision is children are spending much too much time inside. We got to get kids outside. Our vision system is built to function at 15 to 20 feet, and then when we're inside, it's not.
Get away from the computer a little bit and go outside and play or work in the garden or do chores.
And when we're in the car, just as I drove up to see you, I saw this little guy and he's doing something in the car. Well, now they need to be looking at the billboards, looking at the buildings, not watching DVDs in the cars.
Okay.
So it's,
for more information, what's the phone number?
573-291-1187.
Okay, Michael, thank you so much for coming by. Out of time for today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about cell phones for soldiers, not necessarily texting. Our director, Travis McMillan of the Reynolds Journalism Institute, audio, Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director is Andrew Roscoe, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Go to kbia.org, sign up for a free podcast or vodcast. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.